And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another thrilling, riveting edition of the Best Open Forum on YouTube. It is Best Open Forum on YouTube and now on Twitch as well. We are live.
Yes.
And I am joined by the one and only my co-host of the best game show podcast out there, Lock It In, the one and only Mr. Danny Boy himself. Danny
Or
Lewis.
the third best game show podcast. Yeah, I'm very glad to be here on the lounge. Oh, I'm sorry, Life and Uncut.
But yeah, we are
And
here
I'm
in
here to have a good time. I'm in my comfy streaming
Mhm.
spot right here, as you can probably tell.
Yes, but we have arrived. And we are here for another edition of the show. And Danny, we have
It's a
been
good
through
show.
a lot. But Danny, we have been through a lot lately from people selling used coffins to
Uh,
dealing with an idiot but dealing with an idiot named X
uh,
Factor Gaming.
uh,
Um well, actually I should say discount X Factor Gaming, but it has been quite the year.
oh yes, it is. 2021. It's only been a month in, and it's felt like another year has passed. Like let's go to 2022 already.
I know. But the one thing that keeps me and you together, that one thing is game shows, no doubt
Yeah,
about it.
surprisingly.
Yeah. Mhm. And by the way, if you haven't seen if you haven't seen the first episode of Lock It In for 2021 and the first episode Lock It In period, go check that out. We talked about ABC's Winter Fun and Games lineup.
Yes, but we're a bit commercial, so we didn't put it on YouTube. We only have it on Spotify and
Yeah.
Anchor and all that stuff. So it's audio
Yes.
only.
So yeah, go check it out on Spotify and Anchor if you will. And Mason, what's going on? Glad to see you in the chat. But Danny, I do have to ask, did you see to tell the truth yesterday?
No, I did not. I heard a few things about it, but most of the stuff I heard was just the haters of the news to tell the truth, honestly.
Mm.
But I'll probably I'll catch up to it someday. Why did you watch it?
I saw like the last 13 minutes of it or so.
Mm.
And that was only because my mom was telling me about it.
Oh.
I would talk about it, but I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think news to tell the truth. I mean, it's okay. It's not very high on my list of the current ABC fun and games, but every now and then they'll have a celebrity guest who I like.
Yeah. Didn't they have a polka guy the other day? Oh,
No,
on one episode?
this was in 2019, I believe. They had three people, and the secret was I have 18 Grammy Awards. 18 Grammy Awards, right? And the real person in there was 18 Grammy Award winning Poker King from New York, Jimmy Sturr. So,
And look who's joining us. The self-proclaimed man of the future and YouTube's butt buddy for clout, Mr. David 3000.
yes, and also, Paige, our friend Robbie Lawrence?
Mm-hmm.
He actually got to play a set with Jimmy Sturr's band and sit in with him a couple years ago somewhere in Pennsylvania for one concert. So,
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
oh yeah.
Speaking of Robbie, he decided to rig a pressure luck game once, which
Yes.
I know.
But
I know what Danny knows what I'm talking about. The pressure luck pattern.
Yeah, that was in the
Right.
past.
mm-hmm.
Just hosted your channel, but after I just end streaming. So
I was about to say, aren't you streaming?
I just hosted you. That means like when you're about to end the stream, you host someone and the viewers go right to the stream. So that's how it works.
On Twitch, that is.
Yeah.
Oh, and look who just stopped by, the one and only Hangman Charlie.
Yes, the butt. What'd you call him? The butt YouTube butt clout chaser.
Oh, I called him. I called him. 1 second. There's many things I could have called him. I think I called him the butt buddy of YouTube Cloud. I think that's what I called him, or something like that.
Or just clout in general.
I'm gonna have to steal that from you, Phenomenal One. I'll give you credit though, but I got like that automatically fits David's MO. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing well.
Hey, I couldn't be better.
Yes, this is live and uncut, and it feels like a weird amalgamation of rant and rave and game shows and all this other stuff in here.
Hey, Charlie, I saw the video, by the way, the hype video.
Oh yes. Hey, thank you for that, for the court or not the court, the call bird, because if not a lot of people didn't like my Andrew impression, then I would have because originally I was gonna do like an investigation type video, but then I was like, I'm gonna do my impression of Andrew of the Rant and Rave podcast.
I love that.
Yeah, thank you for Andrew said like, sorry, I'm gonna get you.
Of course he is. I'm like, if Andrew doesn't see it, Brandon, I'm gonna request Brandon to play it during the stream just to see Andrew's reaction.
I played it on my Twitch. I played it on my Twitch stream tonight. So.
Nice.
Where are my cigarettes? Oh my god, I'm so fucking sore.
In the bathroom where your PEDs are.
Oh, I saw that when you guys photoshopped the fake PEDs in the bathroom.
Thank you. Thank you, Danny.
It's not.
I could have sworn it was.
Don't believe David. Don't believe David. They're fucking.
I didn't make the picture. Tom sent it to me, and he said it's not Photoshop.
Well, Tom probably made the picture. I can see that.
Wait, David. How would Tom send him to you, since he said he got from an anonymous source?
Well, he wanted to send it to me, but
oh, you were just exposed. I already knew it was you, you little worm. But now I know for sure. Hashtag exposed. It's David 3000. He's made the Photoshop. It looked like David 3000.
I didn't make. I don't even know how to get those photos.
Yeah, that would be Tom.
Sure.
That doesn't look like
cheap and. It looked cheap and poorly made, like David.
I think it looked better than David's. How David could make it. I could tell if it was David, but Tom, it probably was.
By the way, if you haven't seen Hangman's video talking about sex stories, go check that out.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch that too. I saw the promo that David posted about it, but
just remember, viewer discretion is advised.
Oh yeah.
Yes, thank you everybody to check out the.
Andrew Hockey would love it, and Danny used to add those stories to your Reddit. Just saying.
I probably.
Where the hell are my cigarettes? Give me a second.
Yeah, Paige, do you use Reddit at all?
Not as much as I used to.
Well, here's the thing. I would post. I kind of want two Reddits. My main Reddit just for stories to be funny and stuff, but I want a second Reddit which is like anonymous, so people wouldn't know it was me to post embarrassing stories and whatnot. But stories about other people, I'll post on my main Reddit, which is linked to my YouTube page. I posted the one that most people know.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, there goes Butt Buddy. There goes Butt Buddy of YouTube Clout.
Oh, of course. As soon as I come back in, he fucking leaves. Predictable. Predictable.
Yeah, Charlie, you should write some of your stories on Reddit.
Oh man, I see Dan in the chat. What's up, Dan? Don't waste your time. Here's a synopsis. Charlie bangs some whores. The end.
Let's see. Don't waste your time. Hey, you gotta show me some love on the YouTube. And Dan, how would you know? Did you watch my video secretly? See, look, no PED, no PE fucking D. Photoshop, as I told you. Don't worry, I'm not taking the number 2. Don't worry. Smoke a cigarette.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. And if you all need me to be like the real Slim Shady, I will stand up and you will see no joke.
But Charlie, I have just the topic for you, just because you said that you were trying to get back into this. And it's a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a while because, like, you guys know, like, one thing when it comes to streaming, that I'm a big endorser for StreamYard Pro.
Yes. Yeah, I'm waiting until my what do you call it? The direct deposit kicks on my thing, and then I'm gonna start doing that once February, first week of February, my first check that month should be pretty fucking, or second week should be pretty fucking good to where I can do that. So what happened with StreamYard?
Well, nothing really happened for the most part, except for like they became a part of some company. They became a part of some company. I forgot what it was, but now they're not a part of it. But like, it's not really that much of a big of a deal because for the most part, everything is kind of still the same, except for like the new block options. But I want to talk about StreamYard Pro and why like people
block options. What you have options to block. Don't mean to interrupt. I heard that and I'm like thinking interesting.
Yeah, but I want to talk about StreamYard Pro and like why it is something that I very much recommend, because I've gotten asked on StreamYard Pro a few times and why you should have it. And to be honest, I never thought about getting StreamYard Pro. I never really thought about it, but there were some YouTubers that I saw use it, and I really like the features to be able to have with it. One of them is kind of if he's still in the chat, and that is like, Dan was a big user of StreamYard Pro, especially when he was doing his Session X series.
The inspiration of Tales from the News, by the way. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, but like StreamYard Pro has benefits. The main reason, like I would say, really above everything else, is the fact that you can do dual streaming. That is one of the big reasons that I do it, because you guys know that like when I do Live in a Cut, I'm not only doing it on YouTube, but I'm doing it on Twitch as well.
Yeah, and I did. I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
And I'm really starting to get invested into using Twitch more often, because like I'm gonna start getting some Twitch out there, especially because everyone else is starting to use Twitch. I figured, hey, I might as well hop on.
Twitch is a great platform.
And what do you call it? Yeah, like the that's what I'm planning on doing with the Hangman Outcast. Because you could do, how many can you do? Can you only do up like 2? Like if you do YouTube or Twitch, can you do more?
I think you can do more. I think you can.
Yeah, because when I had like 1 month of Twitch, I did I think 1 or 2 episodes of the Hangman Outcast, and that was a simulcast from YouTube and Facebook. So that way, because I have a lot of people that know me on Facebook that may not be subscribed, so they kind of get a taste of what the channel has to offer, which I plan, once I do that, I'm all planning on doing that. If I get added to Twitch, that kind of corrects, because I was thinking about doing like a special separate episode of the Hangman Outcast, not in the order, like if it's not an episode, it's going to be like a special Twitch edition. So that way, and then see how that did, to see if I should maybe do specials on the maybe just talk about certain topics or something. But with that, I can actually just avoid that and just do simulcast. So that way you kind of get both, and then you get like I said, now granted, a lot of people that watch the Hangman Outcast are also following me on Twitch, so it's kind of like thinking it's not really helping me. They're mainly watching me on YouTube, but then again, you can get new followers on Twitch, and new people just check it out and say, "Oh, it's a cool podcast" or something. So it's kind of like that's why I didn't continue. Well, granted, it wasn't I haven't done it on Twitch, but that's the only thing I would be against doing on Twitch, like as a simulcast. But then again, always a chance you can find a few new people following you on Twitch, and then they may be interested to see more of that. So therefore, the reason to keep the StreamYard thing like that goes up in that regard.
Yeah. Like, dual streaming is probably like one of the big perks that I have. And also like one of the big perks that I have. I know I get a lot of questions on like my intros. And like, one of the big reasons, like another reason to have StreamYard Pro is also the ability to use custom intros, because when you have the free version of StreamYard, the only intro you get is the countdown intro. And I am not too much a fan of that countdown intro. And I've kind of grown out of it. And I've kind of grown out of using like my old countdown intro. I've kind of grown out of using that.
So you can make your own custom one, correct?
Yeah, you can make your own. You can use your own custom intro through StreamYard without having to like actually like open up a video player and play it that way.
And you can put in your own custom logos, like this logo. That's next to me here.
Yeah, like I have the overall. And you can also have backgrounds.
I knew about the logos and all that. Can you, for instance, if I want to add the main intro on my channel, can I add that to for the intro? Okay. Oh, that's even better. Because I was thinking, I'll make a new intro for the Hangman Outcast, but I was thinking, no, well, I could with Mr. Gozy's song, but I'm like thinking, no, because everybody like the reason why I didn't change the original intro because everybody fucking loves it. They were so excited when it came back in January. So I was like, okay, I'm not changing it.
But yeah, like
I tried to only do the gaming ones and all that.
Now tell us, Paige, how much does it cost to have StreamYard Pro?
Well, if you go through, it is a little on the pricey side as it's $29 a month.
Which is why I think I only did a month because I was like thinking, not only is that almost a full carton of cigarettes for me, that's at least 5 subscriptions for me for other sites. And also, if you want to subscribe to my OnlyFans, that's $30 a month.
But as time goes on, and if you do digging on the internet, you can find coupon codes and other things that will kind of get you discounted for StreamYard.
For the first month or permanent?
Mainly for the first month, as I know my first month of StreamYard because I got $10 off, so my first month of it was $19.
Oh, that's not bad.
Shit.
Yeah.
And then isn't it cheap?
Like one time, I think I made a new account and it gave me like a week of it. It gave me like a little bit of it for free. It gave me like a month of it for free. Wow. So like they do a lot of promotion for it, and it's honestly, if you can afford it, it's definitely worth the price. Especially if you're like really into streaming.
Yeah. No, I agree. There's been you've told me a few things, Paige, I did not know about beforehand. I knew about the backgrounds and the logos themselves over here, but I did not know about the whole intro thing. And then plus I got my current intro onto it, which ain't gonna be an issue. All I got to do is upload the intro to OneDrive and it downloads to my computer and boom.
And it's not even really so much for intros and outros, but also mainly just for video clips in general.
Yep.
And it's like I said, it's a good investment for the price, especially. And like the biggest thing with it, and I think like this goes above any other reason to have it, is because you get the unlimited hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because
agreed.
especially like with last year, and we had a lot of drama last year. There's plenty of times I think where we could have streamed, but StreamYard had other plans for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the other thing is that like, and that's why I never understand with David, your cohort in the rant rate. Yeah, you have that audio intro, but I'm shocked since Brandon does have the premium version. I'm shocked he's never actually made his own intro for rant rate. You know, it's like that's kind of like with even with the audio clip. David, you should maybe get pass that by him, and I guess maybe he didn't know because he didn't do it and all that. I know the other benefit of having streamed the premium is you can have up to 10 guests, but
Mhm.
Oh yes.
I know Brandon, of course, unless like even if you have a special guest or two, you're still hitting the maximum premium. So it's not like you're did Brandon. I know they're probably more using it for branding than anything else, but that would be something to run it by him because it would make their stream meet more professional looking. Nothing against
Mhm.
that. I'm just some
But
critiques,
yeah,
like
like mhm.
of course, like phenomenal one gives about the grades.
Oh my god, yeah, the grades are the most
I love grade level 69.
the grades are the most useless thing on Rant and Rave. We'll be real about that. But
I
like
don't.
you
I
know,
don't.
like
It's not. It's only. It was useless until I decided to take over. Until I got the record of the most grade wins.
Yes.
So I made them relevant, and then they went down the toilet after I stopped doing grade.
I don't.
mm,
I don't really like the grade levels because it takes too long. But
You're not even a like. That's the one thing I never understand. Like I'm like thinking. I know you participate for the grade levels, but I'm like thinking you're not even a wrestling fan, so it's like you're just like taking like loud guesses. I know it's a guessing game, but shit, like they like
Hey,
David,
Charlie, shut up. Paige,
yo,
Paige, question.
yo,
I could do Session X on Twitch now?
Yeah.
I could use StreamYard. No different than I use YouTube.
Yeah.
And bring back Session X with the same quality.
Yeah.
You're telling me that I took all this time off because I was tired of the rigmarole and the bullshit of having to watch Charlie on YouTube, and I can do it on Twitch.
yeah. You can stream on Twitch with StreamYard.
I can do things on Twitch, and I don't have to put up with Charlie's bullshit anymore.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I'm still on Twitch. You know this,
Shut up,
Dan.
Charlie. Charlie, I'm having a moment here, okay?
Yeah, let him have his moment.
I never have to see Charlie's stupid face again. Never. I'm just kidding. I love Charlie to death. Can I tell him, Charlie? Can I tell him what we're planning?
All right.
Yes.
So, Charlie lives about 4 hours, 20 minutes from me, right? Me and Trips are planning to take a trip down to San Ann and go beat up Charlie. She's going to videotape it.
Yes.
We're doing it for David. We're doing it for Paige. We're even doing it for Danny Boy because he's got my name. We're going to go beat up Charlie. She's not even I'm on a coffee break, bro. She can't help you now. She can't save you. It's over.
Well, how's she gonna record you if she's for Team Charlie?
I'm going to put a bag on her head when we do this, so she's just going to record with a bag on her head so she can't see the ass whooping. But she'll see it later. But seriously, no, I just wanted to ask you, man. Like, seriously, I can do this on Twitch?
Yeah.
I could up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Twitch right now, so yeah, you can do it.
I think I might be doing that when I get off work.
You could earn money on Twitch as well. Just saying.
I ain't worried about money. David, I got money. Money ain't no big deal. I ain't worried about that. I work a lot. I have no life.
Well, to someone who doesn't work like David, you'd see.
Yeah,
why
but
he
you're
said
comfortable as fuck. So look at you with your like blanket. Every time I see you, Danny, you're in a blanket, comfy, chilling. All you need to do is put a sandwich in front of this motherfucker, and he's got everything he needs. Put a porta potty be there. He's living the dream.
I like to be comfy when I'm on other people's live streams. When I'm doing my own live streams, I have to do it in the basement on the computer, and that's a whole pain in the ass. But now I'm just comfortable. I'm chilling, you know.
You have some of the laziest friends, Paige, and I love it.
Oh man, never know where you lead up on the internet. It brings you to different places.
Oh, absolutely. But no, I just really needed to know. Now that I know that, I can get my producer on this, because Tripp's best producer in the business. Charlie, what the hell are you doing? You're giving me motion sickness. And I did see your video the other day. Remember Silence of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill? I'd fuck me. Yeah, you look like that. That's what you look like. How was the tuck back, Charlie? Did you tuck it back? Was it good? Did you have a nice mangina going?
What the hair is Buffalo Bill?
You'll know what I'm talking about, right? Silence of the Lambs, where the killer tucks his junk back and he's standing in the mirror going,
He was 17.
That's what you looked like, Charlie. And you had your hair all down with your sunglasses. Goodbye, horses.
Hey, David, look up Buffalo Bill on YouTube.
David, your sweet virgin eyes do not need to see that. Don't do it.
Scar the little boy.
I like David as he is. He's pure. He's pure. I like the boy. Leave him alone. Leave him alone, Charlie. I'm probably going to take Charlie's haircut, too, because it's getting a little too fuzzy on the side. So hold on.
Some good
Dan
feels good.
Gentlemen. But yeah, I hope he does. I hope he does do Session X on Twitch.
Yeah, I missed it. I even missed the very last episode. I did. That's why when people kept telling me, "Oh, he's leaving YouTube," I was like thinking, I might last one. Like, oh, it was in his video, so I tried searching it. It was gone.
Yeah.
I was like, "Fuck."
Dude, that's right. It's getting a little too fucking super stupid on the sides. I'm still in Charlie's look. I'm still in Charlie's style, and I'm still in Charlie's company. That's what's gonna happen. Just keep your eyes out. You can't stop me, Charlie. You can't.
If you go to my work, I would probably say 75% of the girls have already banged there, so you get my sloppy second.
You're fucking girls in a kitchen. All right, I've worked in a kitchen. They're whores.
No, they're in the front of the house. We ain't got no girls in the kitchen. It's all men in the fucking back.
Okay, but you're fucking servers. I'm fucking CEOs. There's a difference.
Oh, true. I was gonna say, there was one chick, the only chick in the kitchen that we had for a few months.
Enough. Charlie, shut up. I've taken enough of your time. I won't make that mistake again. Love you, bro. Have a good stream. I'll be watching. Maybe put something out later on Twitch or whatever. We'll see how it goes. Always a pleasure. Danny boy, stay comfy, bro. For one of us, one Danny in this world has to be comfy. And if I'm working my ass off, you cover that other side. Well, David, stay away from Silence of the Lambs. Hannibal Lecter is not for you. Charlie, just be Charlie. Let it run.
Oh man!
All right, David, you got it.
The one and only. The one and only. You can't watch, ladies and gentlemen.
You can't watch Silence of the Lambs, David. So let's see what movie I can recommend you to watch. That will make you feel. Oh, here we go.
Don't recommend him anything. He's just a boy.
It's a movie called Terrifier. It's a fantastic movie about a clown. You love it. It's clowns.
I'm curious.
Nothing gory, no nudity, none of that stuff. No sawing a woman, sawing a woman in half, upside down.
You're being sarcastic, Troy. I can see that coming out
I'm curious.
No, I'm being serious. No.
Just
David,
don't,
Danny.
David, just whatever Charlie tells you to do, just do the opposite. That'll probably get you like 85% through life.
Yeah.
The Slumber Party Massacre. That's not what you should watch.
David, are you afraid of clowns?
I don't really care, to be honest.
Okay. Well, some people. Some people
You're not
are
afraid of
afraid. Like my cousin's wife, if you showed her that It cover, she would go screaming into the other room, terrified. I hate clowns. Seriously, some people are definitely afraid of it.
Oh, here's a movie about a little boy. Here's actually a collection. I'll let you rent them for a price. Shit, can't get it out. Fucking hell. Okay, there we go.
Yes, Charlie is definitely a walking caution sign.
See, look at the little boy. See? You should watch all these movies.
Is that you, Charlie? I think it is.
What, The Omen?
No, the boy. That's you.
Well, he's the son of the devil. But so I guess so. You call me Damien?
Yeah.
Oh well, you know what I should do if we really want Jordan, like if ever we want Jordan just to, have a like keel or not keel over, fall out of his chair, show him The Omen. Let's see. Trying to think.
Yes, a great
Oh,
thing.
oh, here we go. Here we go, David. The perfect movie for you.
So
The
perfect
Child's
movie.
Play collection.
Chucky.
Oh
It's a
man.
little doll. It's a little doll. It's cute. It's it gets screwed up in a few movies and then it has to get stitched together, but still a cute doll. It
Why
definitely
are you
does
trying
not
to
hurt.
scar the little boy?
It's okay. Scooby Doo will he'd make you feel better on this.
Okay, David, this is perfect because these are all PG movies. I shit you not. If you want me to tell you, want me to prove to you? Okay, let's see. Actually, no, I take that back. 2 are PG, 1 is rated R, and 1 is PG-13. And this is the Alfred Hitchcock collection. And finally,
Well, those are good.
People pray for David. Pray for David.
the final movie I'll show you, David. So that's why you'll never have any addiction to drugs. Requiem for a Dream. If you ever want to watch a movie about drug addiction and why drug addiction is bad and why you should say no to drugs, kids, watch Requiem for a Dream. It'll steer you away. All I gotta say is ass to ass. That's all I gotta say about that movie. Anyway.
Just so we're clear, sorry, I am not a movie enthusiast like you, so I rest my case.
Well, maybe if you became
we're gonna
one,
start a
maybe you have
we're gonna
a
start a
chance.
GoFundMe to protect David. San Antonio.
Hey, David, if you were a movie enthusiast, maybe you wouldn't have gotten the fact to use the positive, like Happy Gilmore winning a golden raspberry as a positive, because I know what a golden raspberry is. So when I heard you say that, I literally shook my head, I laughed, and I told you lost before you even had finished your debate. Because
it's a joke award. It's an award for being a
Yeah,
a
it's a
bad
fake.
movie.
It's a fake award. It's a fake joke award, but it's also not good.
you know what else has
Yeah.
won Razzies? Jack and Jill. I'm sure Cuties, if they had a Razzies this year, Cuties would probably win Razzie. So you're using that as a positive.
I'd
ahead.
rather watch Jackie Chan than Cuties.
I think anyone would.
Well,
Yeah.
let's say this, David. You saying that what do you call it? Jack and Jill, or not Jack and Jill, Happy Gilmore having the golden raspberry as a positive. You're pretty much saying that Cutie should be up for debate because they probably will win a golden raspberry.
If somebody's gonna have a debate about Cuties, they're dead.
I think Jordan.
They're dead. You're threatening physical harm against somebody if they make a debate about Cuties. I'm already dead inside. I don't like Cuties, but you know what? I'll be the martyr here, no pun intended, and I will defend. I'd be like, strike me down with all of your hates that I say I like Cuties. No, I tried. I hate Cuties. Fuck Cuties.
I think Charlie has more horror movie DVDs than I have polka CDs. Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I have one shelf. I have one shelf dedicated to all my Scream Factory Blu-rays, and those are all horror movies except 2. One is Roadhouse, which is a release by them, and which is a great Patrick Swayze movie, and then the other one was the '90s Captain America movie, not the ones with Chris Evans that came out in the 2000s. I'm not talking those. I'm talking about the very awful '90s Captain America live-action movie that had a very weird Red Skull. But those like the I think
he's a fan of polka.
Yes.
Yes, we have our I'm a fan of horror movies. Danny is a fan of polka. David is a fan of sucking ass, and loving bad internet.
It's game shows, you numbskull.
Yes, I think game shows is probably makes.
One of these days, I'm gonna trigger him so bad. I want to hear him say the magic word to me, Charlie, fuck you. And when that happens, not only will I feel bad for myself because I pushed this poor little boy to the edge, but I also feel good that I pushed this poor little boy to the edge. One of these days that will happen. Whether and trust me, I mean it with no malicious intent of triggering you to that point. But one of these days, I will do that, and like I said, I will feel bad and I will feel good at the same time. So David, if you ever wonder if I would feel bad, I will. You know I have. And then Dan will have to come back to San Antonio and kick my ass again for making you say fuck. But you know what? I'll literally handcuff myself and be like, you may fire me when ready, sir.
You'll go to hospital just saying.
I'll go in the hospital with a fucking tube down my throat, but I'll still be smiling because I'll have that in my head.
That's graphic.
Yeah.
Well, remember, I'm a horror fan. What do you expect?
True.
You're lucky I didn't go into too much detail about that movie, Terrifier. Then again, for one again, the fucking fucking very fucked up shit. Check out Siberian Film, people. Any of you horror fans out there, check out that movie.
Yeah,
the one movie.
I see a comment on the chat here. Someone said, just for giggles, could y'all picture Charlie doing a version of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? I think that would be pretty scary.
Oh man.
Well, I did do like the Vato Funhouse, which was something similar to it. But you know what? And I'll say his name. You know what, Les Kitchen? It actually gives me a good idea. For a kind of continuation, but a modern twist to the Vato Funhouse, but with a new identity. So Lennon once again with the interesting ideas. Because
I have an idea for you, Charlie.
What? Not the cloud chase and be a butt buddy to cloud chasing like you, David? I've already taken that advice.
No, do gameplay videos of Mario Kart.
I would if it was easy. Remember, I have the Twitch Lite, or not the Twitch Lite, Switch Lite. Mind me, I'm exhausted. I actually had decent sleep last night. The other night I couldn't sleep worth shit.
Well, that's your fault.
But that's my fault. I was going through some personal stuff that night. Was I getting laid too? I can't remember. I was fucked up. Anyway. Yes, David, never. I will tell you this: never have me as a role model because I will always let you down. That's why my channel is not for kids because I always tell people.
I don't think David has any intentions of that. I think David knows enough from right from wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, don't do anything I do, David. Don't smoke cigarettes. Don't smoke marijuana. I don't do that really. Don't.
If you can grow up just to be 10% better than Hangman Charlie, I think we can all consider that an accomplishment.
Yeah, as long as you get past 20 without having a kid and having a psychotic woman of an ex-wife, then you be great. You be great. You know, just like save your marriage, save sex till marriage, all that good stuff. Whatever else, don't smoke, don't drink. You know, don't do cocaine. I've never done cocaine, but you know.
I'm never going to smoke, and I will never drink.
And it's crazy because now that you bring it up, it's crazy because I see so many people my age that are getting engaged and in some cases getting married, and I'm like, yo, chill out.
Yeah, I'll say this: I wish I had people like you back then, because I was, like I said, I was a loner back in my high school to after graduation period. So I didn't really have anybody to fucking tell me, oh shit, you shouldn't be doing this, yada yada yada. And by the time I finally had someone tell me, it was pretty much at the tail end and all that good stuff. But it was what do you call it? it was the only thing I wish I had people back then. So David, don't get married at 20. Don't have premarital sex. Don't get a girl knocked up. I don't know how your dad is. If my dad was still alive when I got my ex knocked up, he probably would have killed me. Maybe.
Like
He didn't kill me
like
while I
there's
had.
so many people like my age, like late 10s, early 20s that are like getting like engaged and getting married, and I'm like, and like having kids, and I'm like, yo, chill.
I have yet to see anyone in my grade having any kids. I know one from grade school who's currently engaged, but I haven't. But I haven't seen anyone
I at
else
least
getting
know like 5 people that like I went to school with. I at least know at least 5 people who have been
You know what's funny?
who are engaged. I know
My
at least probably a good 10 people who are pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny because I know, like, I had my ex fiance. One of the reasons why I broke up because she was getting so baby crazy and all that stuff, and so reason why was because everyone around her was getting knocked up. One of her best friends got knocked up. Her sister got knocked up. I was like the only two that didn't really get knocked up was her other 2 best friends, but her sister and the other one fucking got knocked up around the same time. So she was like fucking, and I'm like thinking, I literally told her, I said, number one, let's wait till we get married, and number 2, I really am not planning on having kids. Like, if I have another kid, I want to be with somebody for a long time, for a little bit, and also when I'm 30. I told her, I said, you will be 28 when the child is born. If we did back then, no need to rush.
Especially because for ladies, like being pregnant like that, like actually like it shortens like their life expectancy by a little bit. It cuts like their life in half.
The only thing I liked, okay, I'll say this. The only thing I liked about having a kid at that age, at 20, my mother had me when she was 37, 38. And so at that point, then she had back problems and all this other good stuff. She couldn't really do much. We did like movies and fucking go shopping, but we didn't like go out to like any, or if we did, she didn't really do any. My dad and my grandfather, which is weird because my grandfather at that time was like still in his 60s. He was or 70s when he died. He was like 77. He was still like freaking. If his mind didn't like just fall apart, then he probably because he was a guy that like you would look at him and you would think for a 77-year-old he looked like he was in his early 50s, but also he was a guy that freaking did stuff. We did bowling, we did golf, and also so when my daughter was, I was like thinking, okay, cool. I'm young. I don't have too many illnesses, injuries. The worst thing I have is from backyard wrestling was a torn ACL and multiple concussions. But other than that, I was okay. I didn't have anything like to really hurt me from playing with her and having a good time and all that good stuff. My knee's a lot better now than it was back in. What, David?
I was saying, Danny, is that you typing?
No.
Oh, I hear typing in the background.
Oh, sorry.
Well, we see, of course, Dan saying Charlie attacks Dan. Dan, you were only in here for a few minutes. They said, don't make me find a way to what's the word I'm looking for, to stay up, because I'm not planning on being up that much longer. I'm not going to probably be on the stream that much longer, but don't make me stay up just to invade Session X if you go live tonight. And all I need to do is message Trips, and she'll give me the link, and I will invade StreamYard. She'll probably add me in since she's your producer. Yeah, that's right, Dan. I went there. Don't make me come in there.
Hangman Charlie raid on the revamped Session X.
And
Oh,
besides,
man.
Dan, I may help you out. I may give you some extra views and some followers. So I said you may not realize this, Dan, but you need me. That's why you're trying to buy HCPW, because you want money. You want the spotlight. And who has the biggest spotlight of them all? Well, that's right. It's me. You're
So if
HCPW
David,
World
so
Champion.
Charlie, what you're saying? So basically, if David's YouTube's Clout's butt buddy, you're basically promotion's annoying brother. That's basically what you're saying. Okay, we got it. But Tom
yeah,
has arrived.
I like the setup.
What's
Yeah,
up? How you doing?
That sexy Tom Willis show background, like a movie theater projection, and then of course your sponsorship. So okay, so
Who put that
David is the butt buddy. I'm the promotion guy. Tom is the sponsorship guy.
Well, I
The
got
sponsorship
soundproof
program.
foam coming in that I'm gonna put here to cover this white wall. And I'm
And where'd you
hoping
buy that at?
Amazon. It's
See,
coming in.
on Amazon.
I'm not brought to you by Amazon. That'd be pretty good though, right?
And Redbubble.
I know, right?
But yeah. So how's everybody doing?
Doing
couldn't
good.
be better.
Oh, so
Tired as
Trisha,
fuck. How was your night?
Oh well, it was okay. I mean, I worked all night. I had to shovel snow, and here I am. Although we're still looking at more snow possibly, so I might need to go back out tomorrow and night. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
it's
At least
supposed
you
to
don't
snow
got a
here,
bad cut
it's
on
supposed
your
to snow
freaking
here.
finger from work.
This upcoming morning, it's supposed to snow here.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's snowing everywhere
Yeah,
right
so
now.
getting
It's that
to
It
time of
snowed
year.
here today.
I might. Like, oh my god, I might have to. Like, I'm worried about I might have to call out from work because of snow.
I might build a
crazy.
snowman.
It's crazy because like literally in like any other place, if it would snow, it would be like somewhat like not that much of a big deal. But if it snows here, like school is gonna close. Like there's no like where I live, like school will close. Some stores will completely close.
Yeah, that's
Like,
I
yeah,
feel
As
that.
someone who's very familiar with Virginia, I can understand.
Georgia's the same way. I have family in Georgia. They shut down. But to be fair, in Georgia, there's a lot of hills, and you don't realize you're going up and down a hill because it's so long of a highway. Where in New England, everything's tight and short and flat.
Yeah.
Other than
Oh.
some cities.
Yeah, well, in Virginia, everything is kind of at least in my part of Virginia, everything is very spread out.
by the way, Trisha's suggestion, invaded by a pillow. Don't buy my pillow. Buy a pillow from my Redbubble.
By
Yeah,
a pillow.
don't buy anything from what the hell is his name?
My
Mike Lindell.
And don't buy any from David's store because it sucks
I
cocks.
don't have any pillows on my story.
I have pillows. You can buy Gene Rayburn pillows, Lock It In pillows, Shut Up Phone pillows.
You got Lock It In pillows?
Yeah, I think so.
You didn't tell me you had Lock It In pillows.
You should go back on the link, and you can buy it once you have more money saved up, of course.
See, David,
man, I don't know if I'm gonna buy it because I don't know. I feel kind of I would feel kind of creeped out a little bit if I see someone sleeping on a Lock It In pillow. Well, thank you for supporting the project, but
David,
it's
you
not
need
that
to learn.
serious.
You need to learn, David, how you need to learn under the teaching tree of one Danny Lewis to learn all your promotion skills, because you are the butt buddy of the cloud, but and you do promotion okay, but you need to get into marketing like Danny with all his merch.
I already have a store where I help people edit videos, and I have like never before seen content. So there you go.
On Etsy.
Number one, it's not Danny's website, which is awesome. And second, David, if anybody should be doing a website to do behind the scenes and some how-tos, it's my boy Tom Willis over here, my co-host of the Hangman Outcast, with that sexy Tom Willis show lighting.
That's the marquee.
I like
marquee, yes. That's
Mm.
well, I
And
like
emo,
it too,
by
because it's
the
like a movie.
And Emo, by the way, since I see you in the chat, we're gonna have to discuss later some negotiations because we're probably gonna make you more of a instead of a guest, more maybe of a permanent co-host because we now have that open position due to the termination of Mr. X Factor Gaming.
Oh yeah, and maybe we'll have whoever buys Lock It In pillows first will be the new co-host.
Oh man, if they buy Lock It In pills, they deserve an episode. Oh man.
Now, David, I give David credit for having never before seen videos on Etsy where people buy it and they can get it. I had that idea myself, but not really with Etsy, more with Patreon. But what would I put on Patreon? Like I post episodes of copyrighted game show videos from time to time and polka videos that most people haven't seen. But I don't know if that would do Patreon justice, and what should I be getting money for that stuff? What should I do?
Oh, I'll say that. Well, I know you asked David, but because I'm actually thinking about creating a Patreon soon myself. Actually, I think I have one. I just haven't used it. But what I would do, I want to, because I know he said the behind the scenes stuff. What I would do. Behind the scenes stuff is good. Like if ever you're doing like what, David?
I did never before seen content, but yeah.
Bonus.
What I would do
more so.
Besides like the bonus content, because that is a good idea. Depends on it would either be on the Twitch or your Patreon or your YouTube. Like a certain backer, sometimes like it depends on who you are, because some people do $10 backers, whatever. So let's say you have a $1, $2, $3 backer, or the thing. And the last one I would always have where you have viewer requested content. So for instance, if I paid you $3, the highest backer in there. Now I would say though, because knowing me, I'd be like, hey, I'm paying you $3. Review Silence of the Lambs for me. I'd do that just to, like, if David made a Patreon and he said I will do anything you ask me, besides of course the obvious, like anything lewd, I'd be like, I'm paying. Damn it, we lost Danny. I would be like,
I have to know. Like, I have to know, why is it when I leave the room, Charlie likes to talk big? Like, he likes to go after David.
Because I am the rightful owner of
when I leave the room. No, see, like, does that sound like someone who owns a company? Someone who talks whenever the real owner leaves the room? Also, Tom, seeing as now that I can broadcast on Twitch, you have an open invitation anytime to join me, because two intellectual minds coming together is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Paige, you as well. Charlie, you can sit in the bleachers watching how a real stream is supposed to work with more than 5 subs or more than 5 viewers.
Your producer to invite me in. I'm sure your producer will let me.
My producer will be asleep.
I introduced everybody to my new associate, Amy. That was on my last stream.
Amy is a, for lack of a better term, cybernetic organism sent from the future to fuck up Tom's streams.
Somebody thought that it. No, I'm not. Yeah, somebody thought it wasn't a real person, and it is a real person. And then they sometimes she's very. Sometimes she wants to say, like, basically her goal here on my stream is to repeat what people say in the chat if they highlight their messages so that I can hear it. So I don't, because I can't always look at the chat while I'm playing.
It's not our Amy, right? Tom,
no, it's not our Amy. What do you? I don't.
No. It's the Terminator, bro. It is a cybernetic organism sent back from the past, from the future to the past to fuck up Tom's streams. Yeah. That's all she was doing.
And it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. And what good is she?
Well,
of course you would want a male robot chasing you, wouldn't you, Tom? With your whole gay streak going on, it's all good, bro. It's time for you to come out the closet. Can you do it?
Are you talking about Tom?
I think you said Tom. I think you meant Charlie.
I meant Charlie. I'm sorry, Tom.
Well, too late.
Thank you for correcting me, Charlie, because clearly you're the one.
I know he had to correct you. He's like, wait a minute, that's me.
I was trying to help out your intellectual partner right there, which starts to make me wonder. I may need to make some calls.
Wait, you're not going to call Tom and try to hit on Tom now, are you? He's a married man. Leave him alone.
He's a married man. I'm a straight man. He wishes he could be with me. Same with Mr.
You say you're a straight man, but yet you're talking about a man being with you.
Yeah, he always does
No,
that.
wishes he would want to be with me. I said, like,
You see,
rewind it.
That page. See if I can look. I'm gonna have to put it into that. I have to let it go because if I start going down that rabbit hole, your entire stream is gonna be you questioning Charlie's sexuality. It shouldn't be about that. It should be why Danny Boy over here has a Scooby Doo plushie. I want to know why.
Oh, you want to know why I have a Scooby Doo plush?
Yeah, I want to know why you have a Scooby Doo plushie.
Oh, because I got it at a thrift store like 6 years ago, and it's
Adorable.
just it's sometimes sometimes I use it as a joke.
It's adorable.
Really? Well, thank you. I don't want this to turn into the plus show because one time I brought out Scooby Doo, David got out Mario and Luigi, and it became a whole cluster F of
Didn't I also bring out this too, Danny?
I tried, Paige. I tried to change the subject. Tom, I love your setup, bro.
Yeah, I'm working on it, man. Thank you.
Looks sleek, bro. Looks sexy. I like it. Makes me want to go.
Soundproof foam coming in. I'm hoping it improves the quality.
It does. It really. I got a bunch at the house. I need to set it back up. But yeah, you'll notice it in the very first stream. It's night and day. The echo, even if it's subtle, goes away completely. I think Paige needs to get some for his room because Paige has got a nice setup too. His bedroom. Say, I see his bed where the magic happens over there. I see all that. I see your room, Paige. I see what's going on. Yeah. Live from the strip club, live from Paige's bedroom, more like it. Only I can make a brown. Look, see that? Only I can make a brown man blush. See that?
Big Charlie blush. Anybody that says Charlie's name, he blushes.
But Charlie is translucent. You can see his insides.
He's got a new haircut. He got all kinds of new Blu-rays. He gets a stimulus and he turns into a new guy.
This guy. I'm just glad he didn't.
That's what I was trying to tell David to go watch.
What is that?
The Alfred Hitchcock collection. I also, hey Dan, you may like this. I told. Oh, Dan left. Damn. I told. Hey Tom, have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream?
No. Is it a horror movie?
No, it's a movie about drug addiction. I told David he should watch it so that way he learns of the experiences of being a drug addict, so that way he never becomes one himself one day.
No. I don't know. I might have.
I hear those Massachusetts sewers are filled with the junkies.
Well, Massachusetts, bro. There's a Netflix documentary about the heroin on Cape Cod. So yeah, Massachusetts is friggin' full of it. That's
oh man.
I was actually just joking. I didn't know this. Okay, David, stay away.
I can't even go to the park. I can't even go to the park without sitting on a needle. I have to make sure my kids.
Danny, show off those pillows again.
Oh, okay, yeah. If instead of shopping at My Pillow and benefiting conservatives, make sure to buy these Lock It In pillows.
Look at that.
The Great Show on Redbubble, and it's great.
Yeah. By the way, I made about $40 on this thing. So
yeah, I've made about $70 on RV so far. Could be more.
I made $2,000 on my OnlyFans. So what are you talking? I'm kidding.
You know what I heard? Something
I saw Tom Willis is one of my recent subscribers. I was like, damn, he bought a bundle for $3 for fucking $50. I'm like, that's dumb.
Just because you create a fake account and subscribe to yourself under my name doesn't mean. And we all know that there's somebody with a fake account under my name anyway, so it's probably one of them.
I got a funny. Then why does your credit card say it's in your name?
I don't know. Usually you can't see credit cards. Were you hacking?
Stolen identity.
Well, I got my accountant looking in all of that for me.
Their accountant.
One thing I heard about only.
But Hangman Charlie over here promoting his OnlyFans. Over there, you see why he's called the Hangman because he hangs in more ways than one.
Oh yeah. Well, funny thing I heard about.
Hey, I didn't know you were subscribed to my OnlyFans. How would you know that?
Because you promote it like to death.
Yeah.
I don't have to be subscribed to know what's going on because you talk about it you talk about it enough. I think we kind of get the picture.
I'm still a little skeptical. Like David can't do it because he's underage, and of course I have a I have a bot thing there to stop anybody from doing that. So like,
And plus,
David,
I'm too busy working on someone's termination to do a show to subscribe to some OnlyFans. I'm too busy working on this
I have
termination.
I have other things to look at besides OnlyFans.
well, yeah.
Well,
And
plus,
also,
don't you
yeah,
gotta be a host at a restaurant?
Yeah.
yeah, and then also like the fact is that these are like not like if David ever has a sex life, it's not, those videos aren't like 5 seconds long. You know, that like, you know, they're like 8 hours. David's favorite number, 7 hour streams.
One
But
thing
yeah,
I heard about OnlyFans. This guy, I think this is true. I don't know. I heard this from a friend of mine, but he said this guy who was really struggling to make rent made an OnlyFans and kind of brushed up his feet and legs to make them look more feminine. Posted just pictures of that on his OnlyFans, pretending to be a woman, and made so much money, and is still making money.
no joke. Even though I've talked about OnlyFans, shit, you wouldn't like. I actually like no joke. All the bullshit aside, number one, I unfortunately fell through. But this girl actually wanted me to do some stuff with her on hers, but no joke, she fucking made a fucking shit ton of money on like the month prior. I was shocked when I saw that. I'm like thinking shit. I like and to think I was actually going to think about going into porn industry like Val Venus. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I want to go straight to the OnlyFans. I want to be the Val Venus of OnlyFans.
Nah.
I'll play the Val Venus music during the thing, walk out in a towel and do the old, and then the spotlight on me before, and then say, "Hello, ladies."
Charlie, stop trying to sell your hangman.
I know it's not even real, bro.
Charlie, you missed such an opportunity.
I missed such an opportunity. Yeah, you're right. I should have, like, you know, it's all that. But yeah, and of course, Danny and David.
I apologize to any kids who are scarred for life. Who have been.
Yes.
And I'll talk about you too, David, later.
Talk about being scarred for life. Look at like David's living embodiment of scarred for life. Every time I look at him, I want to like stab my eyes out. I like his voice, so I don't stab my ears out. But his face, yeah, it's like every time I play WWE 2K19 with his when I see his character, like a partial part of my eye goes blind each time. That's why I had to put sunglasses on you, David, when you make your entrance, have a feminine pose. So, maybe laugh instead of, cry. And you have I Love Hangman, I Love You All on your shirt, which you can buy on BrainbusterTees.com/Brent and Ray Podcast. The new design I sent to Brandon Martin.
And for the culture.
Oh yeah. But
we have moved on.
I like how
we have moved on from.
I do. I will say this though. I like Danny's like the only one who does not do it in the voice. He just says it like, and I'm like thinking, because everybody else says it like that. Tom, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
You just keep looking up, like are you looking at yourself in the mirror? Are you admiring yourself? You're not wearing pants, or you're just admiring yourself, saying, "I had 3 kids with this."
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's exactly, you caught me.
But in all seriousness, I think it's time that we retire for the culture.
Yeah.
It lived a long, prosperous life. But like birds
with
do,
no relevance.
We threw it off the nest, it fell, and it died.
I agree. I agree. My stream's already moved on from that. I've already made it clear on my Discord that I no longer want references to that or anything to do with that. There's other.
It died faster. I'll say it died faster than David's career in HCPW.
It died
No,
faster.
But isn't David's career in HCW still going on? So it's kind of too early to tell, but that's for another day. But yeah, for the culture, it's time that gets retired. It lived a long, prosperous life, but that should remain in 2020. It's 2021 now.
Should die in a fire, then get put out by David's head, and then get set ablaze again, and tossed in a dumpster.
Why
where
do
it
you have
belongs.
to go back to? Why is it that you have to go back to David?
See, okay, I'll tell you all why. Like Dan thinks differently. Why I do that?
No, it's because
I do it
let's be
because
honest. David's an
David
easy
has
target for you. Like, let's be
Well,
honest
that's true,
about
but David has the best facial reactions. Like maybe Jordan ties him sometimes, but David has the best reaction. And plus, like I said, I'm waiting for that one final day when he just explodes and goes nuts, probably travels down to San Antonio and kills me. I'm waiting for that day because then I know I was a great mentor.
No.
You be quiet, boy. I'm teaching you stuff. Teaching you life lessons.
Life lessons? Oh, you wish.
If Charlie's teaching somebody life lessons, then there's clearly a problem.
I don't know who would fail at. I don't know who failed at life more, Charlie or the person that's learning the lessons. That's a tough one to decide. That's a tough argument to make.
I know who you're referring to, by the way. I think it's
David. I
wasn't
got
referring to anybody.
Yeah, he was
So
just making a point. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
If I'm referring to anybody, I'll straight up say who it is.
I think it's Charlie.
He just said me.
I
and
hope
he said
Charlie
what
isn't teaching himself life lessons because it's clearly not working. But
David, I'm gonna teach you another life lesson. If ever you work at a restaurant, and I will tell Danny, do they got some fine honeys at your restaurant?
Without naming any names, yes.
You don't name names. I don't name names. I don't say every single woman that works with me. Like you're not like a certain someone I'm cool with them, but you're not someone who would say my boss got great ass, or big ass. Anyway, David, I'm cool with that guy now. I just like to bring that up because I think that's funny. David, okay, so Danny gets you a job and at the place he's working at. So David, the first lesson I will teach you. How many of those women you would say are fine honeys, without naming names?
Let's see.
Let's say there's 10. How many of those are there?
At least 3.
3? Okay, David. My first lesson is you bang the 2 of the 3. Don't bang them all. You leave that one that you see something in. She's not only sexy and gorgeous, but you don't see her just as a one-night stand or friends with benefits or a girl you get drunk with and you get into a little hokey pokey.
I'm not getting drunk.
David boy, I'm not done with my lesson, boy. You leave that one girl there. You leave her deflowered. Leave her deflowered because that's the one you're going to focus on. You're going to put your effort into. The other 2 girls, you don't put any effort in. You fuck them. You wake up next morning.
David, just ignore all of this.
Well, this is live and uncut, and Charlie's in his regular form here.
Well, yeah, it's just live and uncut. But David, that's what you gotta do. You bang the 2 of the 3. You leave that one unplucked flower.
And you wonder why Charlie is still single.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. Well, to answer that, I got tired of broken hearts. And I just stopped giving a fuck about like thinking, there are a few that I'm actually in the contemplation of dating. There was actually one I was supposed to date a few weeks ago, but she bailed in the last minute. At least I didn't go downtown and meet her before that, like a sucker. But there's another one. But me and her have a long history, so it's kind of like that. Well, we weren't together, but anyway. But David. That's my first life lesson. My second life lesson is to when you do find that girl, you deflower her. And I'm not talking about you give her the sex that you gave those other two girls. No, you give her the best
He needs to
sex of your
deflower
life.
her. Is that what you just said? Deflower.
Yes, she's the unflowered, the unplucked flower that he leaves alone. Well, he screws the other two chicks because they're easy. But the other one, the one that gives you a little bit of lip, but kind of secretly has feelings for you. You do like I've had that before, David. I know how it is. You fuck the other women because either they're easy or you fucking think you two can you have similar interests. But there's that one that you it's like Arnold and Helga from fucking Hey Arnold. She comes off like she hates you, but secretly she has a shrine of you in her closet. That was one of my coworkers. She was like that. Well, she didn't have a shrine, not that I know of. I didn't get that far in her apartment, not that type of creep. Anyway, so we kept talking shit to each other. She called me a cocksucker. She called me this. She called me that. And then one day, she finally called me by my. I said so and so. She's like, Charles. And I'm like, oh, you called me by my name. That's like the first time you ever done that. I said, and then finally, the moment that sealed the deal was when we had this awkward stare at each other, and I made some joke. And all the times I did before, she looked like she was going to kill me, which I was okay with. But then that one look she had gave me that look that she was going to kill. She was going to give me that look that she was going to kill me. Then she started busting out laughing. And then after that, it was all done. We went to the champagne room, which is actually where she works at now. We drank a little bit, went back to her place, and I sealed the deal. We were dating for a few weeks. So, David, that is going to be you if you follow my instructions.
No.
Follow my instructions. Get called a cocksucker by the girl you're fantasizing over, and one day you may finally fuck her.
Don't follow those instructions at all. Actually, do the opposite.
David, what do we always tell you about Charlie?
He's messed up.
We don't tell you that, but that's technically is correct.
Wow! Phenomenal! I did not know. Not only were you all talking shit about it behind the scenes, but I did not know that you said that I'm messed up. Now let me correct you.
Well, first of all,
nobody's ever said that. I don't know where that came from.
Well, first of all, I never said that. So,
David, who said that?
David said when you said, "What do we always tell you?"
It definitely wasn't me.
Who said that?
David, my boy. Who said that I was messed up?
Me, because it's true.
Oh, you said it to you.
But that's not what.
So not only
I asked you, what do we always tell you about Charlie?
And it is
not to listen to him. Not to listen.
Yeah.
Charlie's a bad influence.
Yeah.
But and
one night of fun.
I would say
isn't always the best answer.
I wouldn't say Phenomenal One and Danny should be good influence to you, David. They have no kids. They're not married.
Having kids isn't a good. What do you mean? What is that? If you have kids, it disqualifies you from being a good influence. I should hope that a parent.
He means it in that way, but
yeah, Tom. Don't take anything out of context, you mofo. No, I did teach him a valuable lesson. Don't get a girl knocked up at 20.
Do it at 25. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, 25. 25. You're a little bit more mature, so it's more justifiable.
That's true. But that's okay.
Tom, how old were you when you had your first kid? If you don't mind us asking.
Me? 22.
Yes.
20.
See?
Yeah, 22.
See, yeah, it's only 2 years off for me, but see. I said so when it comes to the kids department, if you ever have kids, David, follow Tom. Don't follow me. And make sure you're with this girl for a long time and you actually love her.
Yes.
Also,
Wow, listen to you.
And make sure
see, David,
Make sure she likes game shows and MLB and all that stuff like you do.
And make sure she also
Well,
loves
actually,
Happy
she
Gilmore.
doesn't have to have similar interests. She doesn't have to have similar interests. She just has to not like whatever it is.
True.
And David, I beg you, the one thing I ask of you, whether it's in 6 months or 40 years, when you lose your virginity, please, for me, do it on your chair. Do it on your chair.
No.
Keep that chair. Even
David
if
is
it's all
not that.
broken up.
David isn't freaky like you, Charlie. So calm
Well,
down.
no. He has so much sex with that chair as it is. He should hate sex with that chair. He should do it with a woman and see if the chair breaks apart with his jealousy. He's screwing somebody else.
Is he still even gonna have that chair in 30 years when it probably is gonna happen?
I'll be right back. I gotta go
All
out
right.
and get a drink.
No, that's why I told David to keep that. Okay, keep it. Even if it's like the wheels are broken off, just like keep the base of the chair. See, Rogue Energy, there he is, that promoter. Anyway, even if he has just the base of the chair, put it up against the wall, put it up against the wall on the floor, just sit on it, have her sit on you, and you go to town.
Oh,
No.
man.
That is like I don't want you to think of me, David. I don't want you to do anything else while you're plowing your Mrs. 3000.
Mrs. 3000.
I don't want any of that. My only request is that you do it on the chair, or better yet, if you don't do it, just tell me you did, so I can feel good about myself. So I can say, hey, remember 30 years ago when I asked you to do it on the chair, and 30 years later you did.
Well, we're gonna remember this
and also
moment.
tell Andrew.
This is
tell
gonna
Andrew.
go in the best of 2021, so we're gonna look back on this when it does happen.
Oh, David, my other request is when you do lose your virginity to a girl, message Andrew. Give Andrew a call and tell him every single detail, like every position, every little thing you did with your hands, whatever, your feet, whatever. Tell him every little detail down to the T. One of these days on the Outcast, when Andrew's on there, I'm gonna be like, Andrew, did you ever watch the Stranger Sex Stories on Tales from the News? No, Charlie, no, I didn't. But did you watch episode 69 of the Ray podcast? Well, you know what I'm gonna do to him? And I'll be like, hey, if anybody doesn't want to feel comfortable being a part of this, you can bow out and you can come back in after I'm done. And I'm going to tell Andrew every position of when I lost her just to fuck with him. Not even because I want to gross out my audience, because some people probably get a laugh because they look at Andrew's face. I'm going to do that one of these days. Or either that or I'm going to tell him one of my wildest sex stories. Just in every excruciating detail, just to see the reaction. I will literally tell you, David, I do not want you to go blind. I do not want you to go deaf by hearing these, and I don't want your brain to go numb after hearing what I'm about to say. So for once, David, I'm telling you to be innocent. I will do a Dan, remain innocent, and get off of here and come back when I message you. Okay? The kids are out here. The people who don't want to hear this, except for the audience, which I'm not sorry. Okay, Andrew, this is exactly how it happened. So I did. That's what I'm going to do. And Andrew's here going to do one of two things. He's either going to walk away or he's going to remove himself from the stream. I'm going to get a big laugh out of it. I'm going to add everybody else. Tom, did you hear what we're going to do on one of these days on the Hangman Outcast? Tom, did you hear what we said? What we're planning on doing to Andrew on one of the episodes of the Hangman Outcast?
No, what was that?
Oh, here we go again.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I'll make it short and sweet. So one of these episodes to really fuck with Andrew, because I told David when he loses virginity to call Andrew and tell him everything in every excruciating detail. But I decided one of these episodes we have Andrew on the Hangman Outcast, Tom, and
Have
Andrew.
Andrew. Yeah, Andrew.
The Canadian Destroyer, the King of Strippers, 69 men.
Yeah, 69 men. Yeah.
But I will say, but Tom, I'm going to tell, and like I say, if you don't feel comfortable, you can bow out, and I'll message you to come back in when you feel comfortable, because I know you may do a multi-stream during that night. I am going to tell Andrew either how I lost my virginity or my wildest sex story in excruciating detail. Not because I want my audience to go blind, deaf, and numb, but because I want
them to throw up. I get it.
What?
Because you want your audience to throw up.
Tom, what are you eating? And how disrespectful on Paige's stream. You're eating Subway?
No, it's Stop and Shop stuff. Hey, listen, I've been shoveling for hours, okay? Nonstop, dying. I came home drenched in sweat mixed with snow, mixed with mud, mixed with whatever, salt, because I had to throw salt down. This is like the first real meal I get to eat, not counting that random shit that you get from like Walmart.
Hey, motherfucker. I was covered in grease. I was covered in dirt. I was covered in fucking water from power washing. So
Okay,
yeah,
I don't want to hear you complaining, okay?
Charlie, this story is
you're
not going
complaining
well
too about you being covered in all that.
Number one, I worked at Stop and Shop for 4 years, and I did the cooking thing. I used to have to do the chickens myself. I was covered in blood, guts. I had to rip out the insides from the chicken. And put it on
that sounds fascinating to me. Why haven't I worked there yet? Blood, guts, and insides.
Yeah, I'd rip it out and just throw it in a bucket, and then you throw it.
That looks like that looks like hell to you. That looks like heaven to me.
Well, no, it wasn't hell. It was just annoying because there'd be like 50 chickens, and I have to rip them. I had like so much time to do them all. I did that, and then the power washer thing. I still do. I power wash the trucks all the time during the summer when it's muddy.
I love power washing. I used to do that with my dad. Okay, but I gotta say this real quick. I am planning hopefully this weekend, because I've been hearing a lot of talk in the horror community. I wish I could buy it right now on Blu-ray and get a digital copy to send to Andrew. There's a movie that is in theaters. Unfortunately, it's only in select theaters. I'm either going to see it in theaters here in Santa Ana, or I'm going to watch it, rent it on demand. There's a movie that is like the goriest version of Power Rangers, titled Psycho Goreman. I've seen a few reviews of it. I have seen the trailer for it. I implore each and every one of you watching here, there's no gore in the trailer, even though the movie's called Psycho Goreman. But I implore each and every one of you to go watch this trailer. It is about a little girl who finds a rock that controls the spirit of this demon from the depths of hell called Psycho Goreman, and she can control him. Mind just a little girl and all that. And I'm not shitting. This is a movie. Like I said, YouTube, search on YouTube. And these demons come to try to kill Psycho Goreman. It's an all-out war. It is like, from what I've seen, it is the metalist horror movie I've seen since Mandy, from what I've seen, and I'm going to be watching it, and there's going to be, for the first time in a long time, whenever I get done watching it, there's going to be an emergency review. It will be uploaded the next day, so if I watch on Saturday,
Charlie,
the review will be uploaded
Can I ask you a
Sunday.
serious question? A serious question?
Yes.
When you see a good horror movie, like a good one, is there jizz everywhere? Like, do you just like love?
I thought this was a serious question.
I mean,
That
it
is
is
a
serious.
serious question.
It is serious. Are they that exciting to you?
I'm not that sick. Like if you what the nerds call it nowadays, a nerdgasm. I guess you could call it that. But no, I don't do that type of stuff. You sick. See, this is why Dan is wrong for saying that I'm the one in the closet when this man is asking these weird ass questions. Like
Listen,
serious.
I'm trying to add some entertainment to your long stories.
Live and Uncut,
But
the
yeah,
show that
I'm
makes you
telling-
question your sexuality, but that's for another day.
Hey, let me do Jerry Seinfeld. Not that there's anything wrong with that because any sexuality, it's fine.
But yeah, Psycho Gorman, I will hopefully try to watch it Saturday, have a review out Sunday, hopefully. If not, it'll just be on Monday with maybe, and then I'll probably talk about it again on the Hangman Outcast because, like, all I'm waiting for besides the Blu-ray release, which is coming out in March, a Canadian release, which I'm picking up. By the way, that $70 Blu-ray I got, it's actually a Canadian release version.
$70 Blu-ray. What?
Shout out to Andrew.
Bro,
Anyway.
you were talking about streaming computer and you paid $70 on DVD?
Well, I got it for $20 off, so really I only paid $50.
That's still like
It's
ridiculous.
It's a
pretty out
foreign
there.
horror film. It's the most expensive single Blu-ray. I have a few collections that
Why is
are
it so
more.
expensive? Is it made of gold? I don't understand.
It's
I like-
Did they
rare.
make it different? Did they? How do you? Every DVD's made the same. You just copy it and put it on a disc. Why is it $70?
It's a rare. It's very hard to find. Like my friend commented on the photo, trying to tell me, "Hey man, I saw on eBay it was cheaper." And I looked at the screenshots he showed me, and I told him, I said, one, some of these are the remake, which is awful. And two, some of these are Region B Blu-rays, which means they cannot play on the US. So, yeah, they're cheap, but one, I don't want to watch because it's a piece of garbage and an insult to the original movie. And two, the Region Bs, I'd be wasting $10 because I can't even play it on any Blu-ray here unless I bought a region-free Blu-ray player. But that's hard. That's hard to come by because that's not like a big market, like, not a lot. Because again, there's not like there's a niche amount of people who collect Blu-rays. Either everybody buys their shit digitally, or they still have DVDs, or even you go back to the old farts who still have VHSs, which I actually have a Dark Shadows.
Listen, people still collect. Go next time you're in Target. Next time you walk into Target, go to the music section.
Oh, yes.
Tell me you're gonna see nice big vinyls. Like people.
Well,
still
yeah,
have
vinyls have had. You see more vinyls nowadays than you see CDs. Like I went to my local CD exchange, which it's funny. It's called CD exchange, but yet the majority of their CD section is shrunk compared to when I first started going there. But anyway, I go in the CD exchange. You see more DVDs and Blu-rays because, again, even though Blu-rays are a lot of collectors buy nowadays, DVDs are what the general audience still buy. And then you go to the far end of the store and you see a very tiny CD section. But then you go to the back of the area, which I kind of call the exclusive area. You find fucking walls of vinyl. I have a few vinyl with. I'm actually thinking about collecting vinyl this year. But one of the vinyls I had, I gave to my best friend because he's a big Saturday Night Fever fan. I had an old 70s.
Sorry to interrupt you, Charlie, sorry to interrupt you, but you were talking too much. Danny, what were the CD collection you had? You showed us, but what were they?
Those were all polka CDs on the top shelf. Tom.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. You'd be surprised.
I couldn't tell because they all there was none of them stood out. They just kind of were there. They looked like classics. I was like wondering.
Oh no.
The cases look.
Hey David, did you see the comment that Will just BOR 13 returns? Did you see that comment? Would you like read it to us?
Don't make David read that.
I'm not even gonna bother you.
Don't.
I'd be like, I'm trying to hide my laughter. I'm like thinking, David, would you like to read that for us?
Stop
Will
terrorizing.
Wait, which one is it?
That's why Will
Charlie,
Will is like, what, Tom?
Did you see? I stopped you before you could start a long story.
Hey,
again.
Christian, but oh man, but
That's a good comment.
But man, stop terrorizing David, Charlie. You're gonna lead him down.
See,
Yeah.
look at that
At this rate,
smile.
David
That's
is
a smile. That's a smile. Like he's enjoying it. He's like an ex-girlfriend or the girlfriend who, like we've all had those female friends who tell us, my boyfriend won't stop abusing me mentally or physically, and then you say, well, then just leave him. You don't have no kids. You have no house. You have nothing to gain. Just leave his ass. He's a piece of shit. And then she's like, but I love him. Or you can be really fucked up, and she says, but I like when he abuses me. David's like that person. He smiles every time when he says, stop tearing, because he smiles. He likes the torment.
So in other
he's a
words, you're
glutton for
saying
punishment.
it's like he's got Stockholm syndrome. That's what that's called.
Charlie's just trying to justify his action.
Even better, Danny.
Yes.
Thank you, Danny.
At this rate,
See, this is why Danny
at this
supports the
rate
region.
we just let Charlie be Charlie. At this rate,
Yeah.
That's what they call that. It's Stockholm syndrome when you think that.
I think we can all agree
Right.
Charlie's gone a little. He's a little far too gone for anyone to examine.
Yeah, he's being really high with the sex talk tonight. Ugh.
I think he's
Live and
I wasn't
uncut.
talking about saying I was just wanting David to read a simple, innocent comment that had nothing sexual to do. It was
Charlie,
like
I
completely
think-
innocent, like
What did you think about that video I posted of the convenience store? My first time running a convenience store. How do you think I went? What do you think? Did I do good?
Oh yeah.
I
so,
still
yeah.
haven't watched it.
Really?
By the way, if you haven't checked out Tom Will's show on Twitch, go check that out.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Like
We're playing,
when I
Cyberpunk.
uploaded, I was near asleep, and then I woke up and got ready for work, and they posted a long ass video, so it's like I was like thinking I'm gonna have to either watch it in parts or I'm gonna watch it in one sitting.
Well,
But I will
we're
watch
going
it.
to
I do have
tomorrow night.
it on my watch later.
We're going to
Tom?
Cyberpunk 2077 on tomorrow at 1:00.
And unfortunately, I'll be working at that time.
Well, it'll be.
See now I'm working in the mornings. Well, I don't know if I'll be working Friday. Or I know I'll be working Friday night in the kitchen. Finally, thank goodness, I'll be back in my expertise. But construction my expertise too. But anyway, I don't know if I'll be working Friday morning and then kind of working a double shift. Which if I do, I'll be fine because I got the weekend off. And if they tell me, hey, can you work? Like, fuck you, I ain't working. I'm taking Saturday and Sunday off. I got the Royal Rumble to watch my mother, and I got freaking the little things to watch on HBO Max and Psycho Gorman. By the way, I need to let Brandon know, David, that I won't be appearing on the Royal Rumble live stream reaction because I'll be watching my mother. What I usually do is I usually watch the NXT takeovers with my mother because my mother likes those. And I watch WWE pay-per-view, like the standard pay-per-views with you guys. Well, not you, David, but you get what I'm saying. But the two pay-per-views that my mom and I still watch every year, regardless of how bad the company has gotten, is the Royal Rumble, which is our favorite pay-per-view of the year, and WrestleMania. David, we may one of these days have our own HCPW Royal Rumble. You know, and so there may be an opportunity once again and for behind the scenes, like Live and Uncut gets the ultimate scoop on HCPW. There are some very, like, in the next months going into the rest of the year, there's going to be a few long storylines, mainly in the main event, that's going to shape the face into the new year, into the next period of HCPW. That's going to, there's already a storyline that's been slowly brewing since the Gauntlet for the Gold. So all I'll say is, at HCPW Gold Rush, we're not WWE. We don't have stupid taglines. But if we did have a tagline, I would take the tagline from SummerSlam this year. You'll never see it coming. So your combatants who may be in that or combatants who are a part of HCPW. Danny, I need to make a character of you. I still need to make a character of Dan, Jester, because they have a match next month, and I need to make a character of Brandon Martin because I'm trying to fill the entire HCPW roster with nothing but actual like people, not other people, not other actual wrestlers, just of us. By the way, Tom, looks like you didn't have to go back to you'll be fine even though you lost against Romy. You don't have to go or get repackaged again or get more roids again to get more swell. You'll be just fine. I found out from an inside source because we drug tested you, and because we do have drug testing in HCPW, David. Just let you know.
If there's drug testing, how did you get past it clean?
Well, because I was negative because it's all the hard work at the gym.
It's because he cheats.
Tom,
He's a cheetah.
Yeah.
Tom, you did come back positive with steroids. However,
No.
we're gonna.
You came back positive, taking it in the ass.
Well, no, we're not going to postpone your match on the HVW show in February because, like Brock Lesnar, we're gonna dust it, we're gonna brush it under the rug for right now, and if you mouth off to us again, then we may bring it back. And say, oh yeah, I forgot, you just tested negative or positive for steroids for PEDs. All right, you're suspended for 6 weeks.
We've already proven that you're the one. You keep trying to deflect it, but we all know the real PED user.
Well, no, because since we're such a great company, we're all about giving everybody a chance. Let's see. Let's look at the list. Phenomenal One came out negative for any drugs. David came out negative for any drugs, but he did come up bald. Tom came positive. He came up bald.
Oh.
Romy boy, the United States champion, tested negative for any drugs. J-Man's Jits, well, we were going to test him positive until he shaved his chin strap off, so we're leaving that alone. Plus, we don't want him to have another meltdown.
Time out.
He keeps getting screwed.
You can't just. I never heard of somebody in my life just deciding we were going to make that person positive, but then we changed our mind. What kind of operation are you running?
That's corrupt.
Well, because we have advancements in research that y'all would never understand because it's too far beyond. David 3000, you can thank David 3000, the man of future, for that insight. Anyway, Dan XP is currently getting tested for steroid for any use, so that way he could be cleared for his match against Jester Gaming in February. So is, of course, what's his name? Jester and Dan. Yeah, okay, I said the names. And then, of course, so we all have those tests. Now, I will say this as well, and Andrew. Andrew tested negative for any drugs, but he did test positive for being Canadian, which I think is worse than any drug man-made.
How did I
short,
test?
Simple, just check out ACPW.
Well, Danny, you didn't test. Well, we haven't created you yet, so we haven't gone into the testing pool. One last thing, we have one big announcement, exclusive here on Live Cut. On the Gold Rush pay-per-view, we do have one match that is officially announced because we have the Four Corners match, but that is we don't know the combatant besides the world champion. We do have the HCPW Tag Team Champions, the Good Brothers, defending against the Lucha Brothers in what should be a hot opener to open up the show. By the way, Phenomenal One, you wanna did you see the HCPW hype video that I did? I cut a promo on you. Do you want to retort a promo back to me, the world champion?
I did not see that, so no, I did not.
Ah.
Let's do it.
Well, I guess I gotta get my sunglasses and cut another promo on you. How about that?
Let's do a live reaction.
I have enough stuff to keep up with as is.
Goldberg had a negative impact on the wrestling business and still does to this day. I agree. Goldberg was supposed to face Romy Boy, but of course, Goldberg decided to bounce and not come back again until he gets a world title shot. So instead, I had to replace him with Andrew, which really I didn't want to do because Andrew lost horribly, worse than David to Goldberg. But I don't have enough people, so Andrew has a chance at glory, but the likelihood of Andrew beating Romy Boy is very slim to none. But if Andrew does beat Romy Boy, could this mean that Andrew not only gets a shot at the world title, but he pinned the champion, he pinned the U.S. champion, so could he get a United States title shot down the line? So we shall see. Romy is going to be playing double duty, though, that night because he's going to defend his U.S. title and if he wins, he would be going up against the world champion. So at Gold Rush, so there is a possibility that he could be playing double duty that night. So we just have to see. But Danny, I'm going to create your character in probably next couple of days, and we'll figure out what your plan is. I may do because David, if David loses again, either to myself or Jordan to get in the shot for the eliminator, let's be honest, David at this point is a mid-carder or a lower tier carder. So Danny, what I may do is I may have you be the John Morrison to David's Miz, where David is just on a losing streak. He is just suffering. He is just a big old loser. He can't win nothing in life. And David has to call his dear old friend. David has to call his dear old friend Danny, and they form a tag team. But unlike Miz and Morrison, David doesn't bring Danny down. Or if he does bring Danny down, Danny just super kicks him, and David, out of sheer fear, he throws himself through a barbershop window. Not gets thrown, he throws himself. Remember, Bobby Heenan was correct. It wasn't Marty Jannetty that got thrown through the window by Shawn Michaels. Marty Jannetty, out of sheer fear of Shawn Michaels, threw himself through the window. And there you go.
I'm thrilled.
Yeah. So Charlie, I have a serious question. Are you ever going to let the host talk? Are you ever going to let Paige talk? Yeah. You're just going to keep going from topic to topic.
I was actually about to leave because my tab was at 15%. Tom Wells playing the role of Dan today. But surprised, I'm so tired, but I'm in a jittery mood.
Role of my TTS.
Well, Tom is like a more chill version. Like Tom can be a more laid back version of Dan sometimes.
Yes, he can. I think that's why me and Tom have always. And it's funny because me and Dan are Texan boys, and Tom's a freaking Boston guy. But anyway, I bid you all adieu. Thank you for having me. I don't know if I'll be able to appear on Next Live and Uncut, but maybe the lounge. Are you doing the lounge this Sunday?
Probably not this Sunday because of the Rumble.
Oh yeah. When you appear on the lounge anyway, if I wanted to. Yeah, that'd probably be better.
So maybe Saturday. Maybe Saturday, and if not Saturday, then probably it'll just be next week.
All right. Okay. Well, I know you'll keep us all informed, but pleasure as always, phenomenal one. David, my little pupil. See, look at that smile. He smiles when I see my little pupil. You keep doing my good work. Remember all my teachings I told you. Don't listen to these fools. They don't know nothing. He does that with love. But has anybody ever seen the episode of Billy and before I go, has anybody ever seen the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
I don't think we have, but bye, Charlie.
Not me.
All right, later.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Hangman Charlie.
Hangman Charlie, ladies and gentlemen. Once he starts, he never stops.
He's like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going.
And you can say
He
the same
keeps
thing about him,
talking.
and you can say that about him. The same thing you can say about him with him and his sex drive. Once he starts, he never stops.
Yeah, he keeps talking and talking and talking about his
Maybe
sex
that's
life
how he. Maybe that's why he lost his virginity in the cemetery.
and David's sex life and all that stupid shit.
Yeah. But the one thing is for sure, he'll make you want to get a vasectomy afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
But Tom, anyways, how are you, man?
I am good. I'm literally just chilling. I downloaded a weird game here. So I don't know if anybody here is familiar with Star Wars Galaxies, the game that came out in like 2003.
Mm-hmm.
It's an MMO. It shut down in 2013. Someone remade it and added stuff to it, and it's back online. There's like almost 2,000 players, and it's basically the game. They just a private server runs it, and they've added new planets. So I've decided to try it. So that's basically what I'm doing tonight. How about y'all?
Oh man, not much. I'm just doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
Well, earlier today I uploaded the next episode of Win Wednesdays, so feel free to check that out. Win Wednesdays episode 4. Win Wednesdays episode 5 will be next week, where I'll be playing the Price is Right for Price is Right 2010. But we actually got a request to do that, so stay tuned for that next week, Wednesday afternoon. And for every Wednesday night for a new episode of Wednesdays, starting off strong, and I think it'll continue to be successful. So, that's what I'm doing.
What I'm gonna do tonight is I'm probably gonna catch up on. I'm gonna catch up on the DVDs that my friend in Pennsylvania sent me, which included.
Oh, I was about to say, what about you, Poke Boy?
Yeah, disc 1 was a classic concentration from 1988, and then 2 episodes of Divided, which I love, and then we had that Gong Show, which I told some of you about last night, and then a 2002 airing or 2002 rerun of Whammy, which GSN still shows today. You can, if you wake up at like 8 in the morning, you can watch Whammy. Yeah. 19 years after it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
They should be showing actual Pressure Luck, but I'll settle for Whammy. It's good.
Speaking of Whammy, you should make that Whammy series.
Maybe in 2022. I got a lot of stuff going on.
But man, Danny, I'm still like, even though like it's been a little bit, I'm still shocked about the Lock It In pillows.
Yeah, I thought you.
That was like the last thing. I didn't see it when I went and I bought the coasters and the notebook. Wow. I didn't know you had some pillows too. What's next? You're gonna have some Lock It In face masks?
I think you can't. I try to see if masks are available. I may have enabled that option. Sometimes some of these logos, they don't crop on the mask properly, so it looks stupid. So I don't know. We'll see.
This man, Danny, is real. Like his Redbubble is stacked.
Who's the bigger game show fan, Danny or David?
Me.
Or Phenomenal
One? Danny. Oh, between me and Danny, that's a tough one.
Yeah, between
I
you
don't know
three.
about that. Well, Paige does have a Facebook fan page which has a lot of likes on it, and I never bothered to do that.
But see, I'll tell you from my perspective, because I've heard all three of you talk. It seems like Phenomenal One has a deep knowledge, but Danny has a deep fandom.
Yeah,
David's kind of in the middle.
I collect the episodes.
Yeah, and David's kind of like right there.
He collects episodes. I study and write about game shows.
I guess whatever somebody would consider more of a fan, but I think that both could be considered at equal. Even though they're different, they're equal in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
David's trying masterminding to become the ultimate fan by doing both. Look at him in his dark room, looking like a young Anakin Skywalker.
Well, I just don't want to turn it back on right now. So
Are you slouched, or is your chair that big? Is that your throne?
I'm just trying to get comfortable.
Okay, I couldn't tell. I'm like, man, it's like a throne.
But what's coming up on your Twitch tomorrow, Tom? Tomorrow, at
I
1.
am playing I'm going to the future, Cyberpunk 2077. After being chased out of my convenient job, and basically it was ruined, destroyed. I am now going
man,
to.
You guys have locking in face masks. Oh man,
Look at that! Look at him.
It's a lock
He's
it
got
in
everything
mask.
covered.
Go buy it.
oh man, lock it in merch, all available. Oh man,
What
how
about,
much is that?
The mask is $10.
Okay,
shit.
what about beds or blankets? Or
I don't know. I haven't seen blankets.
Oh man,
Mask,
he has enough. He has enough lock it in linens to
magnets. Oh, magnets. Magnets are pretty cheap. You can put that on the fridge for like $7.
I can picture Paige getting those magnets, to be honest. I can picture that.
Oh, okay. Okay, David. Hold on. Hold on. Where's the picture? Oh, here we go.
This Star Wars game is very interesting. That's weird.
There's the blankets for $105.
Jeez, $105. That thing would have been the most comfortable.
Can you edit the price?
I think I can. I don't know how. There's a way to do it.
I was about to say $105.
These initial prices, I don't put that up. That's Redbubble's fault. So, yeah.
I was about to say, like, there's no way we're charging $105 for a blanket.
Yeah, well, who would be weird enough to buy a lock-it-in blanket anyway?
There's a shower curtain worth big.
Well, hopefully in a year we're in a much different spot than we are right now.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
But in a year, no matter what, we're going to look back on this particular show and think, gee, Charlie cares too much about David's sex life and why he calls Andrew.
I already think that.
Yeah.
I thought that the moment he said
I
it.
think Charlie thinks too much of his own sex life anyways. So
Yeah, that's something wrong.
Charlie thinks too much of himself.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he does he puts on freaking makeup.
He puts makeup on before every work day.
I did not know that.
Oh, you just watch it anytime you get ready for work. I hope he's still here. We're listening. That'd be great.
He's the male. He's the fast food of dating. Like, let's be honest. He's the fast food of dating.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
He's cheap and perfect when you're drunk. Simple as that.
Oh yes.
There's a $50 shower curtain on Danny's Redbubble, and I am heck no not getting it.
I wonder who would be weird enough to buy lock-it-in.
It's not moisturizer, dude. It's makeup. We all know.
Just let it be. Don't even try to justify.
And if you pull out a bottle, if you start putting moisturizer on, we still seeing you put makeup on. So you can't change the narrative.
Yeah.
Well, this guy does video. Well, this guy's always on here. 9 out of 10, he's on here. He's in the bathroom. So
I know that's kind of weird too.
That tells you all you need to know.
I do all my stuff in my bedroom because I have my peace.
Like one day, like I'm gonna one day it's like you guys are probably gonna have to see the full room.
Oh yeah, you're right. We shouldn't keep talking about Charlie. He'll come back in here and then he'll talk for 25 minutes and not let anyone else speak. So we should stop.
Well, if he comes back in here, we'll probably just keep him backstage for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like maybe one of these episodes, like I'll give you, like you guys can kind of see like the full room, or maybe if I get like a different camera.
Get the camera angle Tom has, kind of. Well,
So I'm gonna be having a chat up here.
Still,
So it makes
well,
sense.
yeah, but still, like Tom's angle is still like it covers like a certain section, like because like there's like a lot to the room that you guys don't like. There's a lot to the room that like you guys don't even see is in here. You probably don't even know what's in here because I have a lot of stuff in here.
I did this angle because even though it's high, I'm at the chat's up here, and I felt like last stream I was looking up, and the camera was off. But if I look this way, does it look like I'm looking at the camera?
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm not looking at the camera. But
Yeah.
the chat will be there, so it makes sense. Plus,
Mhm.
I wanted to only be able to see this portion of the room, and this is the perfect angle. It doesn't work for everybody. Everybody's camera angle is just based on what they're trying to let their audience see.
Mhm.
So it all depends on what vision you have in your head,
Yeah.
and then you just try to do that. Now, I always say with me, and this is with everyone else is different, but what I always try to do is isolate a corner of your room and focus on making that corner or sidewall look the most appealing.
Mhm.
And then slowly zoom out as you get more money to make it look bigger. This is all the space I have in this room, so I can't make it bigger if I wanted to. But basically, you'll slowly pull back as you build your collection. So you might have like, or lights, whatever your plan is. Like with Charlie's case, if he only had two Blu-rays, it wouldn't look like quite the impressive collection. But if you put a shelf up and faced them flat towards you, and then put a poster, and then as you got more Blu-rays, you do it, and then as you fill up, you zoom out with the camera, and then you look at the wide shot. You basically want to start small, and then work your way out as you make your setup how you envision it.
Mhm.
This is probably as good as my setup will get. I'm only going to add foam here, so it just covers the white, and it's all just a wall of foam. And then I'm going to add the foam in the front, but you guys won't see that.
Yeah, and plus I'm thinking about getting a new webcam anyway, so that way I can kind of use my other computer.
See what you could do, Paige, and this wouldn't. I don't know if the foam would help. Like it wouldn't really. It would look more appealing than help. But right behind you, there's a wall, and there's really nothing on the wall. But if you put like diamond, if you took the foam and you put it into like a diamond, as opposed to a square, you just tilted it into a diamond, and then connected them by diamonds, and just kind of not like crazy, but like a subtle behind you, like subtle. I think it would look cool. And you could do blue, however, red. You can buy them in all different colors.
Yeah, like I am thinking about getting some LED strip lights. I am thinking about that.
Yeah, that's another thing. Or you can get a light bulb that glows, and you can control with your phone. You just change the bulb in your room.
Oh, I have one of those.
Oh, really? Is it on a lamp, or is it on the?
Yeah, it's in the lamp in the back, but I don't have it turned on because it makes me look different. It changes my color.
Used it on the Copper podcast.
Yeah, that's right. I have seen it before. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I got.
I do have one of those color. I do have one of those color bulbs.
I have this LED strip that I used to use, but I mainly unplugged it because I feel like it's unnecessary. I'm probably just gonna take it out of here. I just feel like it's unnecessary. I have an orange one.
I like those lights.
They're good, but I just feel like they're unnecessary. I mean, we'll see. Once I get the foam in, I can try to see if maybe, because this wire is going to get covered. I get an X-Acto. I'm going to cut it so it matches the wall. But we'll see. I'll probably leave this lip here, and I'll just start the foam here. We'll see how it looks, though. I don't know.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna because I've already kind of moved some things kind of around. Like I try to move things around in here like every few weeks or so. Like every few weeks or a month or so. That way I can kind of like keep like some things fresh because like I have a bunch of electronic stuff in here.
Yeah, if you presented just kind of walk around and just look, I guess, and kind of think like, or you could go. You know what's another way you could do it? Just go online and search other people's setups. Don't obviously rip them off, but like it'll give you ideas to what you'd want to do.
Yeah,
I mean, some of them are simple. I did this marquee. Originally, I was going to do a green screen, but I'm not a fan of green screen. That's my first problem.
Yeah.
But I saw this marquee at the store, and I was like, that is perfect for what I'm trying to give off, the aura that I'm trying to give off. Like, I could say live from the strip club on this thing. I could say anything on this thing, but like, I think that this fits the personality of the stream. So that's why I grabbed it and said it's better than a green screen. And then I just put foam up, and it'll actually end up looking, in my opinion, if I do the foam, keep the marquee. It'll look more professional than a green screen would look because with the lighting and stuff, green screens don't always look good. I tried to do green screen one time, and I'm so glad that those Twitch got deleted because the green screen just like it glitches if you don't have like at least three lights. You need like it's like a science to it. You need like you need a detail light. I don't know the names of it, but there's a light that captures the detail, and then you need to counteract it with another light, so that way you want the side of your face that you want to try to take two lights and even out your face. And then you need like what they call like a depth light, which is like higher up, which then will display above your head and behind you a little bit, but mainly above your head. So you kind of want three lights to kind of capture the you kind of want it to capture the depth of your face, and then your face sticks out like a spotlight. And
with the green screen as well, you need the proper settings for it, and it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, now there's tricks too. There's another trick I found out. If you're on OBS, I don't know about anything else, and you want your green screen to pop, you can actually go online and search the color green, like just like a normal green chroma key. You could take that color green, and this is what I did. This is gonna sound confusing, but there was splotches on my green screen. So what I did was I put normal chroma key on my camera, and it made the green screen, but it was still had dark spots. Then I took that green picture that I printed off of Google. I just copied that picture and I put it behind me. And then I turned that whole, basically the camera with the green screen on, and then a green screen picture behind it as like the thing. And then I went into settings on a filter and I blew up the brightness of that green screen. Like I blew up the brightness of it. That way it didn't blow up the brightness of me, but it blew up the brightness of the picture behind me. So then it hid the dark spots because now that screen is like, now it's like bright. And then I combined the two, and then I put a chroma key on the picture. So now remember, so basically the step is I had my camera, I put a chroma key on, and then I put a picture behind it. I put the chroma key on, I made the picture bright, and then I put chroma key behind that picture. So now it basically made it pretty much perfect to the point. But still, there'd be certain shadow effects where it would look weird again. But for the most part, that fixed the problem. It's almost like an extra step you got to take, but it's worth it. If you ever get into like video editing or anything, or with a green screen, these are a different technique that somebody showed me, another Twitch streamer. And if anybody ever has issues with that, like whether it be you or David or even you, Danny, but I'm not a fan of green screen in general. I think that there's other ways to make your stream look professional without it. Yeah. And I think you'd only need to use it if there's a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I think that we have reached the 2-hour mark, and I think that we have had a good episode hearing about Charlie's sex life.
While listening to,
he honestly should save that for his own show, considering the fact that his first episode was talking about his own sex life, but that's for another day. But in the meantime, guys, you know the tradition here. You guys want to promote your content before we sign off?
I'll just promote my Redbubble shop for now. I'm fine with everything else. But while listening to Charlie talk, you can save 15% on your car insurance by switching to Geico.
Oh, well, that's a good. That'll get you through his conversations.
All right, now our buddy of clout, Mr. David 3000.
Well, don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube at River1000. Also follow me on Twitch at River1000. And tomorrow at 8/7 Central will be the 68th episode of the Rent Rate podcast. So stay tuned for more details on that. On that, and also 69 next week. And also remember, don't get my pillow, get RB pillow.
Yes.
All right, and
like
Mr. Tom and Mr. Tom Willis.
So tomorrow at 1 p.m., the snow had ruined everything. I barely got any sleep, so I'm taking that time to rest. So 1 p.m., we're going to be playing Cyberpunk 2077 on my PC, and then a Friday, same time, assuming I don't have to. Now Friday's still up in the air because of the snow thing, but then Friday on my Twitch channel will hopefully be during the day stream where I play the Star Wars Galaxy game, which I'm getting into now. And then the night stream is going to be the last Among Us stream for a little bit. So it's going to be the last chance to get in on an Among Us stream. And if you, I'll look at the camera. If you can't get in on the stream, there's one person that I'm going to acknowledge into something that happened before the stream. We'll get into that on my stream. But everyone else is free to join. And you can find out the information on my Discord. And that will be at the normal time, 9 p.m.
I may be there, Tom.
That'd be awesome. And anybody, even if you can't join the chat, anybody's allowed to join. And also, don't forget to go on Rogue. I actually had someone use my code, so my promotion for Rogue Energy is working pretty well. So if you want to use T Willis at checkout, they have some great deals. I'm not going to bore you with the details. Just go on the website, check it out for yourself. Thank you, Paige, for letting me on the show. I do appreciate that.
Of course. And on Friday and midday Friday, I will be doing my first Twitch exclusive stream as I will be playing this game I've been really into called Plutocracy. I'll be playing that on Friday, probably at about 3 p.m. I'll be playing Plutocracy on Twitch, so be able to check that out. And that, I think, will be the only thing that I'll have really upcoming for the time being. But until next time, we want to thank you for watching another riveting edition of Live and Uncut, and we will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Yeah.